Hey everyone, let's talk about reading books we don't know anything about, or at least not what they're about. Going into books blind. If you follow me for a while, you know that happens to me all the time. I either misremember what a book was about, or I heard someone talk about it years ago and then I forgot, or I completely misconstructed it and never knew what the book was about because I was thinking of a different book. And I love that feeling. I love going into a book without really having big expectations or any idea of what kind of story I'm reading. I don't know about you, but I currently don't have a stack of books to read at home anymore. So every book I buy is bought online and I don't have the chance to look at the covers, to feel the book, to try out the writing as I would in a bookstore. So often I read the synopsis. And for me, reading a synopsis often goes like, oh, this is a book about that, or this is a book about that. I can already see where the story goes because you can imagine or build up expectations, no matter if they're fulfilled or not. But I do that. I build up an expectation for the book and the story. And often that leads to me not buying the book or not being interested in the book. And I don't like that. So with Kitchen, I picked it up because I had heard a lot about Banana Yoshimoto. I'd been wanting to read books by her, but I never really knew anything about the book other than it's her first novel. And I didn't know the topic. So when I started it, I discovered it's about loss and grief. And if I had known that, I wouldn't have read the book. The book is wonderful. The writing, the characters, everything in it made me feel all the feels, good ones and the bad ones. But it really was a rewarding reading experience. And I would have missed out on that if I had gone reading the synopsis, reading it's about loss and grief, and put it aside for later, which usually means never. So what I'm trying to advocate here is that we tend to put books aside when they talk about something that we're currently not interested in, leaving aside that the book could be exactly what we want right now, or could be a great book, could be really enhancing for us, or rewarding, or just a good distraction from whatever is going on, and maybe get us out of a reading slump because we're reading only the things we're interested in. For me, this is something I really enjoy. I don't have expectations of books I go into blind. So it's kind of like a blank slate and I can find out what they're about. I can go into the story without having an idea of where the story might go and build up my expectations as I go along. And I love that feeling. And I know a lot of you don't like that. And I know a lot of people say, oh, I need trigger warnings. I need to know if something is about something. Fair game. I'm not talking about really harmful situations where you can't handle something. I'm talking about things we tend to not want to read about. I have topics I don't want to read about, so if I hear a book has that certain set of things, I'm not interested. It might be a good book, but I don't want to read about this particular thing. Then I'm avoiding it. But I'm avoiding it because I don't want to deal with it, not because I can't handle it or because I don't think the book is great. It's just convenient. And sometimes reading the inconvenient things can also be great. All right, before I start rambling more, let's talk in comments. Tell me if you have ever done this. I know I've talked about this a lot of times on my channel, going into books blind and encouraging you to do that. But I really would like for people to not only read what they want to read or what they think they want to read, because sometimes reading a book that I don't know anything about is exactly what I wanted to read about, but I just didn't know it at that time. Let me know in comments how you choose books, how your avoiding mechanisms work, because we all have them, let's be honest here. And have you ever gone into a book knowing nothing about it? Let's talk in comments. Thank you for watching.